Hello, I'm Mr. Barry.
Hi, I'm Miss Sleepy.
Welcome to Living in the Tennessee Bottoms. If you're new to our channel, we'd like to ask one thing of you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because me and Miss Sleepy, we can do just about anything, but one thing we can't do is grow this channel without you. Good morning. It's another day in paradise, and living in the Tennessee Bottoms, we're starting to dry out this morning. You can see down the driveway here, I got a lot of my driveway back. I'm gonna walk you out here. Yesterday we worked on pulling a lot of the debris out of the yard and off the road here so it would flow off. This is all bean stalks, corn stalks, everything floated in, so we tried to get as much up as we could. But right there's my shovel. I stuck in for a marker. I don't know if you can see how much it's dropped. It's dropped about 3 feet right there. And 3 feet is like in rising. 3 feet's a lot, and when it's dropping, 3 feet's a lot. Let me turn you around here. You can see right over yonder, I got a barrel floating out. It was behind the barn, and it floated over here. Hit our fence, thank goodness, and stopped it. But you can see over here in front of me, where the dry land is, that is a pretty sight. Got our geese going over there. Got the neighbor down there. You can see all our debris right there. I ain't got my waders on yet. I just walked out here and put a jacket on and wanted to give you a foresee here what we got going on today. But I'm gonna go get my waders on. I know you can't see it. I'd have to zoom in. Right over there, about 50 yards out, or 30 yards out, there's a green piece sticking up. That's an old plow we had sitting there. That's probably, I mean, it's probably chest high. And you can see where our poles is. We can still see our driveway. It's not going over as much. I'll show you a little later on over here. It's like the edge of the road's gone, you know. Right over there, the edge of the road's gone. But I'm hoping I get to the pump house today, or the well house. And for people who live in the city who may not understand what I'm talking about, that's where we get our water at down here in the country. Drive a pipe in the ground, hook a pump to it, a motor to it, and it pumps water out, pumps water up to the house. And it broke our reservoir tank off. You have a tank about twice the size of a 5-gallon bucket, and it holds water and it has a limit switch on it. So when the water drops, when you turn the water on the house and it drops, it kicks the pump on. Well, that reservoir tank broke off. It floated up and broke off. And I'm hoping that that ground out there is just a little bit higher than where we are here. Not here, but out by the barn. And I'm hoping it is, yeah, it's dropped a couple feet out there, but I still need a little more dropping before I can start getting down and doing some plumbing. Starting to see the edge of the pond. Let me turn you around. Starting to see the edge of the pond out there. I'm really surprised it got over our pond. It takes a big water, but this was a record flood. Starting to see underneath my trailer there. You couldn't even see the tongue of the trailer. You couldn't see the bottom of my boat right there. And you can start seeing the perimeter of the pond here now. The little dry part sticking out. But it is starting to look so much better. Sun's blinding me this morning, but it's a blessing. And I can see out there to my well house. Still gotta drop a little bit more, but I'm gonna get out here, get my waders on, because we got some 6x6s down there at the far end. They're a lot easier to float back this way in the water than when the water goes down. I'm gonna also get these barrels, pull them back around the edge of the barn over there. In other words, it's a day's work. It's gonna be. But we appreciate everybody's concern and phone calls and messaging and texts. And for all our subscribers that sent messages to us, we appreciate your concern and being worried about us. But good Lord's taking care of us. So I'm going to go get my waders on. Don't know how much recording I'm going to be able to do out there, because I don't want to drop my phone in the water. But I will do some more little recordings. Y'all just hang in there with us. Well, good morning. I believe it is Tuesday morning. You can see our geese we got next door. And the reason we got so many, that's about the only really dry spot they've got. So they're coming in and they're eating whatever's on the ground. It is nice. It is pretty good watching them like that. I mean, man, they are everywhere this morning. Oops. Look over there. And they'll land closer to the house here in a minute. Just want to give you an update. You can see the water's nice and calm this morning. Let me pan you back in here now. I think I got you there. But the water's nice and calm. It's going down. Well, I had my little pitchfork stuck last night. It's dropped a couple of feet. I still can't get to the well out there to work on it really. But the road is clear all the way out now. We can travel in and travel out. Front yard over here is a mess. You can see it's going to be a job to clean up. I'm going to have to go borrow a tractor, rent a tractor, do something or other. But you can see our driveway now. See Old Glory. She's a little still this morning, got a little breeze. That's what happened yesterday. The wind switched out of the southwest and pushed all this stuff right back on top of us here. You can see where the clear water is out there, and you can turn around and see all that dark. That is bean hulls, sticks, grass. It's gonna be knee deep. But you can see the fence now. I can see 2 strands of my fence. The water was up to the top of the wagon wheels there, the small wagon wheel. I floated a bunch of stuff back yesterday. I didn't have a whole lot of stuff float off, but that was enough. You can see the sunrise getting ready to come. But I just wanted to give y'all a heads up where we're at, what's going on. Got picking up to do, but I'm gonna get in here, get me another cup of coffee, and we'll be back here in a little bit and we'll show you some more stuff's going on. Well, it's early morning, Wednesday morning. You can see that it's nice, still and calm, and look right here. We got dry ground, looks like, from here out to the pond. Not all the way, it's a little bit there. I'm gonna walk down here. Hopefully, I got my knee boots on today for the first time instead of waders. See, we're gonna have a lot of debris here. We're gonna have to get cleaned up. You can see it's coming off the trailers and everything. Got a cup of coffee in one hand, phone in the other. Hope I don't fall down here. If anybody can do it, I can do it. I can see dry ground across right here. I got a little plan Miss Levy gave me. I'm gonna try to build something maybe around my water lines down here, if possible, if it's low enough. So I can get my hands down in there to it. You can see it washed the kettle and stuff over. Here are the geese flying over this morning. That's always a pretty sight. And here's the pond bank. See, you can start seeing the edge of the pond again now. There's a concrete pole laying over yonder. That's a pole that had concrete poured around it. The water washed away, washed it down to the ground. We just built our little gazebo and dock. I think it was year 4 last. I think I just built the dock last year. I was surprised it didn't wash away, wash up out of the ground. But you can see all the back of the trailers now. Let's just walk down here and let me pause you for a second here, because I'm gonna get down here and see if I can get to that pump, and I don't want to fall over in the process of doing it. But I am glad for what we got this morning, so just stay with us. All right. What makes it rough out here is stuff floats up underneath the water. It's down here. You don't know what's floated up from one day to the next. You'll step on it and trip, fall over, which I haven't yet. Thank the good Lord. Then, if you're working one place too long, the mud gets real soft underneath your feet and you stuck to the ground. So we're going to try to make this right here work. Then I got a water hose floating right there. I got something underneath my feet now. One of my biggest concerns is this thing getting heavy full of water and falling over. Where's my pipe? There's my pipe. Well, you can see the tank sitting there. I came in through the breaker, We have water supply in the house now, and there's not water squirting out of the tank. That's what I was scared of, that plumbing breaking loose. I had to run my arm about a foot underneath the water there to push the pipes together to get them glued together. I used a glue called Rain or Shine, and by George, she worked. And we are happy that we've got water in the house. We're going to pan you back. Okay, I just slid the barn door open. You can see all my lumber's floated around. My saw was high and dry right there. But stuff is a mess. I'm gonna make my way over to the chickens without falling down, hopefully. You can see the chickens up there. I'll fix to go around to the other side. I'm gonna take some tin down, and we're gonna get these girls back down on some dry ground. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I'm gonna try it because I see this tarp. This is a drop cloth. I was picking everything up so I could get in this gate here. Man, I picked this thing up, scared me to death. Watch this. Look at the worms. Can y'all see them? They were really moving a while ago. I'm gonna catch them, put them in some dirt. We're gonna go fishing. All right, let me give you a look-see here. This is the grandson weight room we built. And one of our grandsons, Braden, called, I think it was middle of last week. He's going, Papa Bear, can we come down and work out? And lo and behold, he didn't understand. We have water waist deep in the barn. They hadn't been down this direction. They couldn't get down this direction. But you can see what kind of mess we've got. You can see all the dumbbells are laying in the ground on the floor. It broke loose from the shelf we had up there. I done hauled out some of the weight benches. But you can see back there is the, what you want to call it, the sit-up bench, another incline bench. And you can just see what kind of mess we got going on. So I'm going to try my best, somehow or another, to get this straightened out so they can get back to their routine. It's nice when you got young men that actually want to come down and work out. Some do, some don't, but that's quite all right. You know, each person their own time. You can see right here on the door there, the water was deeper than that. That's where it went down to and kind of, I guess, sit for a few days where you see that brown stuff on the door. So I'm going to go ahead and get back in here. I've hauled out some stuff right here. Hauled out one bench over there. Going to try to let it dry out. But we got a mess. But ain't no big deal. Ain't nothing for a small step for a stepper like me and Miss Libby. You know, we can do this stuff. So I just want to give you a look-see before I straighten any more. I done straightened a bunch out over there. Just want to give you a look-see before I do any more else. So we'll be back. All right. I just made a makeshift shelf to get everything up off the ground. You can see I got them up there now. Got everything kind of picked up out of here where you can walk around all the way around over here. You can't see that, it's too blurry. But I'm getting ready to call it a day out here. Let me back up here a little bit. I got it all down through here now where you can walk. Got the greenhouse open so the wind can blow there. We got a south wind today, and this barn faces due south. So the wind is just pouring through here. I can take it as another blessing from the good Lord. Never underestimate what the Lord's gonna do for you. He's got me a south wind going through there, and it looks like it's gonna help dry things out pretty quick. It's also pushing this water right here. There's a little ditch over this way, he's pushing it that way. So out there's the tarp I just dug out of the barn, had all them worms in it. Scared me to death when I first opened it up. But you can see across the field here, she's starting to drop there. So I got a few things to pick back up, so I'll be right back. Well, I think today is I don't know, I think it's the 9th day. Pulled the tiller out the other day. Like I said, the backwater came in on us so quick, I didn't have time to get this tiller out. This is my good tiller. But you see what's running out of the oil? I got a whole thing of water running out of there. So, see if I can't tilt this thing down a little bit. Look at there. That's a strange color oil, ain't it? So, what we're going to do today down here in the Tennessee Bottoms, I got oil coming out now. We're going to pull the plug on this thing. We're going to drain the oil out, drain the gasoline out, clean her out, and we're going to see if we can't get this puppy to work in the end. So y'all just stay with us. Dave's grandkid day at the house, and they're all coming over here just in a little bit. They come in from college, high school, and Miss Libby goes in there and she works there all day long, cooking a good meal. Me turning you around here. You can see old Glory over here. Wind's blowing. Things are drying up. We got a good driveway. We appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in. And me and Miss Libby, like I said before, we can do about just anything. But one thing we can't do is grow this channel without you. Do us a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And we sure do appreciate it. And you have a blessed day.